Hey y'all, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk about a new feature that I implemented in my Ninetales application, which is logging in and registering with passkeys. Now, what are passkeys, you might ask? To put it simply, passkeys are a way to log in without using a password. Instead, you would use your facial recognition, your fingerprint, or a PIN. What this does is it doesn't allow you to store your passwords. And I know a lot of people like to store the same passwords in multiple applications. I know it's hard to remember a lot of different passwords. And if you want to use different passwords, you usually want to pair it with like a password manager. Now, how passkeys work behind the scenes is they do a key pair generation where each user is assigned a unique key pair consisting of a public and private key for secure authentication. The public key is stored on the database of the application that you're using, and the public key you can share with anybody really. The private key, on the other hand, is stored securely on your device. The nice thing about passkeys is if a hacker were to get into your database, they can't get your password because none exists. If I look over here in my Postgres database, I have a few users here with passwords and some without. So the ones without passwords are using passkeys, and the ones with passwords, the way I implemented Ninetales, whenever we save a password, it is hashed with bcrypt. So even if a attacker were to get into this database, they still wouldn't be able to get the password information because it's securely hashed with bcrypt. So why should we even care about passkeys? Well, given the rise of vibe coding, which I think is pretty cool, but it is also pretty dangerous. If we look at this article here, they are kind of saying we should start using passkeys to replace our passwords. And this is because, according to this company, Okta, they say that hackers have been using AI to vibe code phishing sites. Now, these sites look like legitimate websites of companies that we use a lot. And so if you can easily vibe code a website for your idea, you can easily vibe code a website that looks like a company that we all use. So I don't know where we're going to go with this, but I feel like passkeys are definitely going to help. Now, the way I implemented passkeys, since I don't have a way to validate user emails yet, I only allow users to create passkeys after they register an account. Now, I'll go ahead and do a demo of using a passkey on this website. So I'll create a new user for example demo purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and register a new user. Once a new user is registered, they can go into their edit profile and then register a passkey. Inside of here, it will ask for me to put in a PIN if I would like to save this passkey, and I can give it a name. Okay. And there we go. I have just registered a passkey, and I didn't even have to, enter a password. Well, I did enter a password to register, but you get the idea. Now, if I go back into this login page, I can just enter in the email that I want to use. So tester3, and then I can log in with a passkey. And you notice I didn't even put in a password. I just had to put in my PIN. And there we go. We're logged in. It's pretty cool. Anyways, I went and created this little documentation on how I set up passkeys on my website. One thing to note is I did use Jules to help me with implementing this passkeys. It didn't get it right on the first go. It actually took me 4 attempts, as you can see, to create this passkey implementation. And when it first created the passkey implementation, it used Yubico version 2.2. I updated the source code so it used the latest stable version, which is 2.7. Yeah, so in this doc, which I'll post in the description, I go over the files I use to create the passkeys. The main points here is I have a passkey controller, and there's 4 main methods here, which is starting the registration, finishing the registration, and then when a user logs in, there's a login start and a login finish. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna have ChatGPT answer the passkey flow. So step 1, a user registers. The private key is stored on the device and the public key is sent to the server. The device ties the key to the app, and the users can use biometrics or PIN to validate themselves. When a user tries to log in, they use the private key to sign the challenge, and the signature are returned to the backend. The server verifies the signature and the challenge. If everything's valid, the user will be authenticated. So yeah, I did this little exploration to see how passkeys not work on this website, and overall it works pretty well, and I prefer it over a generic login. Now there are still some issues on this website. I can only generate 1 passkey per user, so I'm looking into how to generate multiple passkeys for a user if they log in through different devices. In conclusion, if you want to stop yourself from losing your vulnerable passwords, just stop using passwords. If a website is offering you to use a passkey implementation, I would recommend using a passkey, because who wants to remember their passwords anyways? Cool. So yeah, if the cybersecurity people who like watching this video, this is relevant, and thank you for tuning in. I'm using this channel as kind of a vlog to document my developer journey while I work on my Ninetales project. If you're interested in Ninetales, I'll post some more information in the description. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good day.